Hello, this is Allie with the Perception Trainers, author of The Perception Diet, and today we have the latest episode of Real Talk for Lightworkers, where we're going to talk about the law of attraction some more. Hooray! Alright, so yeah, I really feel called to make this video by you, not anything mystical or magical, you as in the people out there, because I know that this idea, this teaching, this law of attraction teaching, the secret and all of this is very popular and very pervasive in our culture, and this idea of positive thought and manifesting and attracting to yourself and what are you emanating and what's your vibration and all of this is just a little confused, and it's a little bit superstitious at this point, and I feel like it's causing us more suffering than it's giving us freedom. And that is the main reason I want to make this video. I am not making this video to speak out against anyone or against anything or say that anything is wrong or anything is bad or that it shouldn't exist. All I want to say in this video is that there may be a level of confusion that's happening within these law of attraction teachings that are leading to more suffering rather than more freedom. And of course, that is what I see to be my role on this planet, is simply to say, okay, we can do that. That's totally fair, but there's another way, right? I'm not here to tell you what is right or what is wrong. I'm not here to tell you that things are good or bad. I'm not here to say reject that and accept this. I am not here to say that I am right and everyone else is wrong. I'm saying try this out if what you're doing isn't giving you the results you thought it would. All right, that is really the point of all of these videos. And so I really wanted to explore the law of attraction again today in a deeper context, because I feel like we're ready to start growing up a little bit as spiritual people, and especially in the New Age movement. We've spent a lot of time in an infancy and teenagehood in our way of believing and seeing things. And that's been awesome and that's been great, and we all need to go through that. However, there does come a point where we're ready to move on. We're ready to mature. We're ready to take things to the next level and grow up. And to be honest, this is what I see as being one of the main purposes of life, is to see ourselves through a maturation process. That is why we have the illusion of time, because that is part of this. And if we observe nature and we observe ourselves and we observe these cycles that are inherent part of this earth experience, yeah, we will see that this maturation, this process of going from being young to being old, from being small to being big, it's a big part of it. And our consciousness is wanting to have that journey. And so I fundamentally believe that we are already all completely awake, aware, enlightened, connected to source itself. Yeah? However, we come into these human bodies, we come into this human experience, we come into this earth situation, and we forget all of that. We lose our memory, we lose our connection, we let go of all of the knowledge that we have in order that we can play it out, right? That we can have an actual experience of what we know to be true. So we forget it so that we can experience it. And this is where the law of attraction teachings come in, all right? I really want to express that I feel like right now, the way the law of attraction is being taught, which is very much about think positively, all your negative thoughts are negative projections which are causing negative things to happen to you. Ignore your negative emotions, ignore your negative thoughts, be in a positive place all the time and you'll attract good stuff to yourself. Even, if you're in a negative place, or if you're angry, if you're judgmental, or if you're whatever, you're adding negativity to the world, because we're all connected and you're radiating that out. So you're making this world a worse place. So make sure to always be in this positive state. And of course, at first hearing that sounds good and that sounds right. Of course, yes. If I'm in a negative place, I'm going to attract negative things, because if quantum reality is real, that my photons are cycling out into the reality and then having those photons reflected back to me, and if it's affecting my perception and all of these things, of course I'm going to continue to have negative experiences if I'm in a negative place, so I better go to a positive place. And of course I don't want to add any more darkness to the world, so I'm going to be this positive light. However, if we look at that even just a little bit deeper, we can see that the denial of what you're feeling, the denial of what you're experiencing, the denial of what you're thinking isn't working for anybody. Nobody is getting anywhere on the denial of themselves and what they're experiencing and what they're going through. And we can see that you can manifest a whole bunch of awesome, really amazing stuff into your life. Money, relationships, cars, experiences. And we've heard this story 100 billion times. I had it all. I got rich, I got famous, I got money, I got all these things, and I still wasn't happy. Okay, so what does that mean? Let's start there. I got everything that I wanted. I manifested all the shit, and I still wasn't happy. We need to listen carefully to what people are saying when they tell us that. What they're saying is, it's not the 3D reality experience that was making me feel how I felt. All right? So if you look at yourself and you genuinely, honestly ask yourself, why do I want to manifest this thing? Why do I want the money? Why do I want the body? Why do I want these experiences to stop happening to me and these experiences to start happening to me? And you're going to come to every time, because these experiences that I want to stop happening are the ones that I think are the ones that are making me unhappy. These are the ones that are making me suffer. These are the ones that are holding me back from all that I want, which, if we take it further, is what's going to make me happy. And these are the experiences that are going to make me happy. So until I can get rid of all of this and have all of this, I can't feel how I want to feel. I can't be happy. That's all it's boiling down to. I want to be happy. I believe it is my circumstances. Yes, my relationships, my body, my job, the place I live, what's going on with me, that's causing me to feel how I'm feeling. And therefore, I need the external reality to change so that I can have this internal feeling of goodness. And right there, we can see that is an immature way of viewing the world. All right? We need to understand that. The people that have done this over and over again, they've gotten to that place they thought was going to make them happy. They had all the stuff they thought was going to make them happy. They had gotten rid of all the things they thought were going to make them, that were making them unhappy, and they still weren't happy. So we need to really say, okay, I'm going to own the idea that maybe it's not my circumstance that's making me happy or unhappy. And the reason that is such a hard thing for us to accept, and such a hard thing for us to acknowledge, and such a hard thing for us to really take in and say, maybe that might be true, is because we as a society, as a consciousness right now, feel like there's no other option, right? If it's not the circumstances, if I'm supposed to be able to be happy in this marriage that I'm in, or happy in this job that I hate, or happy in this body that I don't like, and it's not going to change, then how am I going to be happy? Because I have all these negative emotions, I have all these negative thoughts, I have all these negative feelings. It really feels like it's because of my external circumstances. So if I don't have hope that the external circumstances are going to change and that that's going to make me happy, then I don't have hope for happiness. That's really why we get sucked into that teaching, right? It's just that we think there's no other way. That has to be it. Because if it's not the external thing, I don't have any other answers. So this is why I'm saying it's a maturity. It's a maturity to say, no. The reason I'm not happy is an internal game thing. And again, the way that this kind of gets a little bit murky is because, in my opinion, in my experience, what I have seen, the true thing that makes a human being happy is the awareness of who that human being is as the fractal of God that they represent, and the capacity to express that in the world. Okay? You knowing who you are and living as that being is what is going to make you happy. That's what makes us happy. So there is a certain circumstantial element to that, which is why we can't say it has nothing to do with the external world, why you feel the way that you feel, right? It's not a swinging way the other way of saying, forget the external world, you can be happy in absolutely any circumstance, just figure out how to be happy internally, right? Because I think that that's kind of where most people take this if they're saying, okay, well, if it's not about manifesting stuff, then it's just about being happy within anything. And I don't think that's the ultimate answer either. It's somewhere in the middle, which says there are going to be things in your life that come up for a reason, that are going to be hard, that are going to be uncomfortable, that are going to challenge you, that are going to stretch you, that if you're in a victim mentality, right? Why is this happening to me? Bad things can happen. I don't want this to happen. This is making me uncomfortable. This is making me upset. Will keep you stuck. And you will perceive them to be something that you manifested and that it's a bad thing and that you got to be positive and it's something to be scared of, right? And that is where we have this immature consciousness. That is where we are stuck in immaturity. So what we first need to understand is that ultimately speaking, you have already put into motion, put into play, put into manifestation everything that you needed to facilitate you waking up to who you are and becoming strong enough to express that who you are within the culture, within the world, that as it is, without it changing. That is what you have manifested for yourself. That's your life plan. That's the core curriculum. That's your whole childhood where it all went to shit, right? That's what that was. We need to start to step outside of this idea that bad things happen for no reason and it's a punishment or it's a impediment to our happiness or it's happening to us to show us something bad or to prove to us how we can't have what we want. No. It is more like going to the gym. If you want to build strong muscle, if you want to become lean and fit, you're not going to sit around and think about it and become lean and fit. You're going to go to the gym and you're going to work out and you're going to challenge your muscles. You're going to break down the muscle fibers. You're going to do things that are hard. You're going to face things that you can't do right now. And you're going to keep going and going and going until you become strong enough to do them. That is how we get fit. That is how we change the body. Through challenge, through facing things that are pushing back against us. And that is exactly what every single experience in your life has been to this point and will be forever. You have already set the intention to come and be who you are. That's done. That's the ultimate intention that every single soul on this planet has set. Now, does that mean that every single soul is going to be able to find it in this lifetime? No, because it is the contrast. It is the suffering. It is the going through the things that are pushing back against us and us not understanding that. That is adding to the experience of our soul, adding to the experience of the fractal of you that is God. The fractal of God that you are. It is that experience that is giving consciousness at large its understanding, its experiential understanding of what it is. You represent a fractal of all that is. And you going through every single lifetime or every single life experience where you are not able to be the true essence of what you are is a learning experience. That expands consciousness. We know more because of that. And I get it. We don't want to believe that because we think, shit, if I accept that, that just means there's going to be more suffering in my life. There's going to be more struggle. That if there's a reason for it, then I don't know when it's ever going to end. And my life might stay a struggle forever. And again, I get that. That fear is real. I know. We don't want to accept these truths because we make them mean a lot of really scary things. But what I'm saying is this. You may have, no, I promise you, you absolutely have challenge and struggle and hard things that are going to continue to come into your reality for the rest of your life. I don't care how positive you think. I don't care how miraculous your powers of positive intention and blah, 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 blah are. Challenge is going to come, because if you have an intention, if you have any intention at all, if there's any part of you that hasn't figured out how to express, there's going to be resistance, because that resistance is exactly what you need in order to become strong enough to do what you are intending to do. You must think of it like this. You said, I want to be this person, and life said, okay, good. We're going to give you exactly the opposite of that, because it is through you realizing that it's your sovereignty, your power, your choice of what am I going to do with what I'm handed. Am I going to look at this and say, this is the impediment to what I want? Or am I going to look at this and say, this is the training ground. This is what I asked for. This is occurring because I said I wanted to be this person. And so I got the challenge that is calling me to rise to be that person. You see what I'm saying here? You have attracted the exact experiences in your life on purpose to help you become the person you wanted to become, the being that you are. Because again, the bottom line, what's going to make you happy is being yourself in this world that tells you you can't. And the whole reason the world tells you that you can't is because you wouldn't fully know yourself if you came into a world where it was just easy. You wouldn't know that. You see what I'm saying? People who have never been through a struggle to get something don't value it. And we know this. People who have never had to crawl their way somewhere don't really know why they have what they have. They don't really understand it. It's all just like, well, it was there, right? It's the people that have gone through the struggle, the people that have gone through the fight, the people that have lost everything and found a way to find it again, that know, that are solid and stable and sure and are happy. Okay, it's not the stuff, but it's not the stuff. It's you figuring out that you have attracted everything in your life for a reason. Stop running away. Stop saying this is bad. Because again, the second we judge anything, we can't learn from it. And if we can't learn from it, we're going to keep having it because it's a part of the curriculum. It literally is. You said, I want to get fit. I'm going to hire my personal trainer. The personal trainer gives you a weightlifting plan and you're like, well, that's in the way of me being fit. That's hard. I don't want to do that. You're supposed to tell me how to get fit. And they're like, I am. It's this training program. You have to lift weights. And you're like, no, that's hard. I don't want to do that. This is what we're doing to life. We're saying, life, I want to become who I am. I want to express who I am. And life says, great. Here's your curriculum. Here's all the challenges. We're going to bury you so that you will become strong enough to be who you are. And we're like, well, that can't be right. That's wrong. It's hard. Yes, it's hard. And so this is the main reason here, the main point here. If you mature your consciousness to understand that everything that is occurring for you is something you called in order to expand your understanding of yourself, in order to give you the opportunity to experience and walk out your strength, your autonomy, your maturity, your individuality, your awareness of all that is, it will stop being so painful. The whole reason we're all trying to manifest like crazy chickens with our heads cut off is because we don't understand that what's happening is what we asked for. You're already experiencing it. You got it. The intention was set before you were born. I want to be myself. This is all that. If you want to stop suffering, stop denying yourself. Start accepting what's happening as part of the curriculum. How is this growing me? How is this calling me to be who I want to be? Who do I want to be? Who am I? How is this helping me become that by being the exact opposite of it? That is what will make you happy. So like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Join me on Patreon. and I will see you in the next video. Hello, this is Allie with the Perception Trainers, author of The Perception Diet, and today we have the latest talk. We've got the latest talk of look. We got the latest